celebration with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
On the counter, Etienne. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Etienne, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne, running right through him. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And able to get this out to the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A handoff for Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Faking the give. Now Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return is Hines. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Watson, off play action. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
On the return is Hines. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second down at 5. A handoff for Etienne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return is Hines. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's got room. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Etienne. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Escaping the pressure right. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on third down, Watson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Play fake, and it's Watson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return is Hines. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Lawrence. Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will use. One of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 2. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, here's Gibson again. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Samuel, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Gibson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Brian Flores going to leave the offense out there to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Quit talking about it and bring it. And we're going 37 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Steps away to his left. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted. intercepted a third time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by Calebon Chason.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Watson. Completes it to Samuel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Watson sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Jaguars 14. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On third down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. There he goes again. And finally taken down at the 34. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
On the return is Hines. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And a decent effort, but they'll mark him down about 3 yards shy of the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going for it, here's Etienne. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. It's